What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking down the 2nd anniversary stage of the 10th anniversary battle here. So before we jump in, let's go ahead and take a look at the missions that we've got to clear. So first we have to clear the stage. We've also got to do it without a support item. And then we have a mission halfway done for clearing both the 1st and 2nd anniversary stages to give us some extra stones. And then last up here, we do have a category-specific mission, so we've got to use GT bosses characters, which makes perfect sense because we are going to be fighting against the 2nd anniversary headliners, which were the STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? The first of the 120% leads. So this is the GT Bosses team that we're going to be running. We do have a fully stacked GT Bosses team. I've got every GT Bosses character in the game, and this is the best we can come up with. So, yeah, hopefully we're not going to be struggling too hard. I did try to get a lot of AGL on there. I mean, it just works out that those are like the best units on the team anyway, but I wanted to make sure that we had the 4 other AGL characters for, Rildo to be getting his guard and stuff there. So we'll go ahead and jump in with no items or anything. No big deal there, as that is one of the missions that we've got to do, right? Obviously, we could use a support memory, but I don't think that we're going to need to. I think it's more worth to prove, beating the stage without it. Okay, so it looks like this stage is still going to be set up the same way as like the 1st anniversary stage, where we're fighting both enemies back to back, and as opposed to like jumping into the fight and then choosing whether to go left or right to fight either one of them. Really quick, I'm going to make sure we got the animations back on here. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and hop in. Very nice, very nice. We got Throat Goat Shenron over here. Freaking slurping off all the Dragon Balls. You love to see it. That's fantastic. Okay, well, we already have our rotation set. We've got Rildo with one of the Shenrons, and then we have the other 2 Shenrons together on the other rotation. I think that was the idea. The only other option would be to put the 17s together, but they require way too much buildup for that to be relevant in these in this fight here. Okay, so we'll grab all these orbs, and then we can get all this for Rildo. We're going to be doing pretty awesome on this first fight, having type advantage. I think we're gonna probably melt this Goku. And also because of the super bosses like category requirement, I would imagine that this stage is going to be very, very easy to beat overall. Because, keep in mind the only like super bosses, like amazing, like, 200% lead that we have is this Omega, and it's the singular unit in the game. Otherwise, your next best bet would be like the 150% lead from the Tech Android 17. The Tech Yellow Coin LR. But yeah, so it's like they have to know that a lot of people aren't going to have access to a really like full-fledged GT Bosses team. So they probably would, like sponge down the difficulty quite a bit for this stage if they were going to throw that kind of a mission on it, right? It's one of those things where you hope they didn't just throw caution to the wind and, make it a GT Bosses mission simply because of the units you're going to be facing off against, and then not like factor in the power of the GT Bosses team, right? Okay, here we go. All right, so this should be plenty enough to actually finish off Goku here. And then we can get the one same type orb there. I was going to try and get a couple more, but that's okay. That's okay. This should work perfectly fine. But yeah, so, I mean, because I literally have all of the strongest GT Bosses characters, I highly doubt that we're going to struggle in this next phase here. I am pretty excited to see what these new equips are going to be made of and how they're going to compare to the old equips, right? So once we finish the fight, we are going to, go to the Hidden Potential and actually attach our new earned equips to the 2nd anniversary headliners here. I have heard some inklings of talk in the community. So like one of the things that, okay, actually, hold on. Let me turn off the animations because we're about to get the Shenron entrance again. 1 second. Okay. But yeah, one of the things I've heard people talking about over the past couple of days is the possibility that they super easy A not only the first anniversary headliners during this celebration, but then also the second anniversary headliners. And there is a small theory that kind of lines up that I do think that that is a valid thing to assume, simply from the standpoint of they gave us the roadmap, right? The roadmap for the 10th anniversary, and in that roadmap, we have already basically filled out 100% of the stuff. Like, we basically put it this way. We have already figured out which slots on that roadmap are indicative of brand new headlining characters. There are 4 of those spots left, so we already know that those 4 spots are going to be taken up by the Dokkan Fest headliner and its banner unit, and then the 2 Carnival LRs from Part 2. And then every other blank slot on the roadmap is already assigned to, like, some type of previous anniversary headlining units that are going to be easying, right? So, like, we've already got it basically all figured out at this point. So there is, basically what I'm saying is there is 0 room on the roadmap for the second anniversary Super Easy A's. We have a spot on there for the first anniversary Super Easy A's, which I'm assuming is going to happen at the beginning of Part 2. But then we've also got Part 3. Granted, yes, there are some more Easy A's that need to happen because of the 7th anniversary Part 2 headliners, the Kaioken Goku and Grade 8 Vegeta, and then the 2020 Worldwide Download Celebration characters, the Namek, Goku, and Frieza. Those ones have to Easy A as well. Those are all listed on there, and those are going to happen in Part 2, 3, whatever. But the EX part, this is what I'm leaning toward. If they were, so a lot of people are reflecting on the roadmap and saying that they actually don't like the roadmap as a concept for the anniversary. And the reason I disagree with that, because so they're saying they don't like it because it makes it too obvious to predict what's going to happen, and it takes away a lot of the surprise excitement that's going to come with the anniversary, since we have all of this prediction already laid out. And that is a very valid point. But I think that they are leading us down a faulty path. I think that they have given us this roadmap. Now, when they very first did the live stream, by the way, there you go. That's all the missions cleared. Let's go attach these equips. But when they very first did the live stream and released the roadmap, they said specifically what things would be included. They said this roadmap is an indicator for Easy A's, Super Easy A's, and new units, right? That was what they said that we could expect to be on there. They did not use the word all. They did not use the word complete. They did not say anything about the entire roadmap being the entirety of what we're going to get for the entire celebration, right? They just said that this is the stuff you're going to see on here. So I think it's very possible and probably very likely that we see like more units, Easy A, or more new headliners or something like that beyond what's just on the roadmap. So if that were the case, then I think it's very, very possible that we do see the second anniversary headlining units here, the Super Saiyan 4, Goku, and Vegeta, that we do see them Super Easy A in like the EX part and just not be on the roadmap at all. I think that that is a very valid thing that they could do. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see if that's something that happens. I really hope it is, especially because of these like updated equips that we're getting and stuff. It just builds the hype even more. Okay, so same as the first anniversary stage, we're going to go ahead and replace all the equips. I already do have all of his previous anniversary equips from the, previous anniversary battle before the revamp. So we'll just be comparing 1-to-1 and seeing, if the equips that we get now are actually that much better, right? So we know that the first one is going to be 800 defense, and it looks like now we're moving up to 900, so we get a little bit more for free there. That is very good. And then this silver equip is going to switch off of being crit and switch into dodge level 6 instead of crit level 6, which in my opinion is better. For most characters, right? And I would say for this character, yeah. And then also we're getting a lot more defense because the defense points just multiply a lot there because we're getting level 6 instead of level 2. And obviously because it's a silver equip, we get the ×2 bonus on it. So it's not just 600, it's going to be 1200. So yeah, we get a lot more defense in there. We're losing some points of crit, but getting the points of dodge is good. All right, and then here we are going to trade in the 6 combo attack for 6 combo attack, and then the level 2 defense that was only going to be giving us 600 defense, we can now switch into crit. And that will be giving us 6 crit instead. So that last and final equip, that gold one, is where you have the most leeway. Because if you don't want the crit on there, then you could I mean, you're going to be having the same amount of additional with the other equip, and then some additional defense in there too. So that could still be a better option for you on that third one. But I would say the first 2 are handedly better, and you probably should apply those. And then I would say the only reason you really want to apply that third equip is if you really want the crit, right? And you're missing out on that crit from the silver equip that was taken away. So yeah, I built this unit long enough ago that he is not full dodge. He actually is full crit for me. So this is a unit that I may choose to at the end of, you know, like if we do see them get their super easy A's, right? Then I may choose to actually switch his build around. We'll see what his kit looks like once the super easy A goes live, and then we'll know for sure from there, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Goku before we finish up here. Obviously, we know he had the exact same equips before, and he's getting the exact same equips now, but we will just show it on screen as we go through. And yeah, another unit that's old enough, I didn't build him full dodge. At least he's full crit as well. Wow, okay. Yeah, very, very bummy that I did that to some of these ancient units. Definitely not the way I would have built them nowadays. So yeah, I might actually have to spend some Dragon Stones switching that up a little bit. But yeah, not to fear. These are all EX skill orbs, so you can switch back and forth between them freely. I'm not sure if these are even the final builds that I'm going to keep on them with the equips, but I figured I would just attach them for the video since we just earned them, show you what their builds are looking like with these new equips fully, you know, fully built up and stuff. But yeah, mainly for like these final ones, I might actually take the crit off and go back to the other equips that we had in there for him, so... yeah, we'll see. But there we go. That is the second anniversary battle stage done. That is all we've got in here for the anniversary battles for part 1. We're going to have to wait until part 2 to see more of these stages go live and see how juicy these equips are going to be getting, right? Because we know that the later anniversary characters actually did get different equips than these earlier ones, right? They have more upgraded ones. I suppose I could show one really quick. Like this guy, right? These are his anniversary equips. They're looking a little bit different, right? It's not like the whole additional with defense and stuff. It's like level 5 crits and level 4 crits and additionals and things like that, right? So they do have different orbs that they're going to be working with. So we'll have to see how those ones get updated as we continue to get more of these anniversary battle fights. All right, well, that is going to do it for this one. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.